Cristiano Ronaldo's rise to stardom was not an easy one. 14-year-old Cristiano was always bullied by his classmates and teammates. Cristiano Ronaldo once said, "Your love makes me stronger, but your hate makes me unstoppable." Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro is arguably the greatest footballer on earth. He was born on the 5th of February 1985 as the youngest of 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls, in Funchal on the island of Madeira. His mother, Maria Dolores dos Santos Aveiro, was a cook, and his father, José Diniz Aveiro, was a gardener. His family was so poor that when his mother got pregnant with him, she attempted to abort the pregnancy but only stopped when her doctor disapproved of it. He and his siblings grew up in extreme poverty. Money was not the only issue, as his father was an alcoholic and was not involved in raising his children. As a child, Cristiano frequently played football with other kids in his neighborhood and would get frustrated each time the other kids failed to play up to his standard. Seeing this, in 1992, his parents took him to play for a local club called Andorina, where his father worked as a gardener. It was in this club that his love for football flourished. And in 1995, Cristiano's godfather, Fernando, who was the coach of Nacional Club, signed him up to play with them. In a couple of years, Cristiano became too big for the island of Madeira. Nacional had a debt to settle worth 25,000 euros, so they offered 12-year-old Cristiano to Sporting CP to pay off the debt. Sporting CP was skeptical about taking Cristiano, but Fernando convinced them that he was very good. So Sporting CP organized a 3-day trial for Cristiano to prove himself, and he awed everyone. He was immediately signed up after the trial. Cristiano was living the dream, which quickly turned into a nightmare as he ended up spending his worst years there. 14-year-old Cristiano was always bullied by his classmates and teammates because he had a funny accent and no one could understand what he was saying. So they would always laugh at him whenever he spoke. One day, he threw a chair at the teacher because everyone was making fun of him and she didn't do anything to stop them. He was expelled from school for that. In young Cristiano's eyes, school was just a prison where he couldn't express himself well. So he decided to dedicate his life to football. From that moment on, he was determined to succeed. He was unstoppable. He worked harder than others. He trained 12 hours every day. When all his efforts seemed to be paying off, the doctors discovered that he had a heart abnormality that could have put an end to his dream. He had racing heart condition, which meant his heart beat too fast, even when he was not doing anything. So he had to undergo surgery. The surgery went well and he went back to playing football after 3 months. At the age of 16, Cristiano began playing professional football with the under-16 team as a midfielder. After the season, he had lots of clubs wanting to sign him on. He was eventually signed on by Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, at the age of 18 for £30 million to wear the number 7 jersey. This number 7 jersey had only been worn by the greats, such as George Best, Eric Cantona, and David Beckham. Immediately he was presented with this huge burden of expectation. He was forced to live up to it and prove himself worthy. Cristiano was very confident. One of his teammates once said, "If there's one person with a bigger self-belief than Cristiano Ronaldo, I haven't met him yet." Cristiano Ronaldo won everything worth winning at Old Trafford, including the first of 5 Ballon d'Ors, before setting his sights on a new challenge with Real Madrid. For those of you that do not know what Ballon d'Or is an annual football award presented by French news magazines for the French team since 1956. Between 2010 and 2015, they agreed to temporarily merge with the FIFA World Player of the Year, and it was known as the FIFA Ballon d'Or. And Cristiano Ronaldo was the one that won the 5 of them for those 5 years that they temporarily merged. If you're still watching up to this point and you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do that now. Click on the subscribe icon below and the notification bell beside that subscribe icon. Don't forget to click on the thumbs up icon and leave a comment on whose story you would love to hear next. Cristiano Ronaldo's rise to stardom was not an easy one. He had lovers and he had haters. People hated him because he was a ruthless competitor. He was an unforgiving footballer. He would fight, cheat, and lie his way to victory if he needed to, never thinking twice about his actions. His teammates loved him for it, but his opponents disliked him for it. Some people also hated him because he was so good. Cristiano Ronaldo once said, "Your love makes me stronger, but your hate makes me unstoppable." In England, Ronaldo was overwhelmed by the hate he was receiving. This was even worse as Alex Ferguson, Manchester United's coach, never came out to defend him publicly. This led to Ronaldo coming out publicly to announce that he wanted to leave Manchester United for either Real Madrid or Barcelona. Alex Ferguson had to personally intervene and talk to Ronaldo as Manchester United was not ready to lose its star player, so Ronaldo decided to stay back. Despite the boos and the hate, he took his football skills to another level. He scored hundreds of goals and won dozens of trophies. Cristiano Ronaldo is a living legend. Having yearned to move to Real Madrid for a year, he finally had his wish granted as he became the world's most expensive player, coming at a price tag of 94 million euros. When he was presented to the club's fans, he attracted 80,000 people to the stadium. Whenever Real Madrid needed Ronaldo, Ronaldo inevitably answered. He reinvented himself and became a center of unparalleled quality, becoming the club's record scorer in the process. Just as at the club level, Cristiano Ronaldo has also proven himself an inspiration to his country, Portugal. He scored over 85 times in over 156 appearances since making his debut in 2003. Despite Cristiano Ronaldo's luxurious lifestyle, he never forgot the humble roots he came from. He gave $160,000 to a clinic based in Portugal that specializes in fighting against cancer. He paid $60,000 for the medical bills of a 10-month baby that needed brain surgery. He has been generous with a charity organization called Save the Children, of which he is a patriot. He gave aid in the fight against Ebola. He also takes time out with his fans and gives them his jersey, boots, and lots more. Despite his rise to stardom, he never forgot his principles. He was invited for an event in Brazil where a young boy read him a letter in Portuguese language. The boy was not Portuguese and made some mistakes while reading, which led to the crowd erupting in laughter. When Cristiano Ronaldo climbed the stage, he reproved the crowd for laughing at the boy and applauded the boy instead. Ronaldo is currently in a relationship with Georgina Rodriguez, and together they raise their 4 children. Cristiano Ronaldo is a man who has proven throughout his legendary career that he has a ferocious appetite to overcome all odds, making him a role model for all those whose aim is to achieve excellence. Hard work, dedication, and a resolute belief in himself have been the rocket fuel to lift Ronaldo to an immortal status in the game of football. Cristiano proved to the whole world that despite your origins or social class, it's possible to achieve your dream. Never give up. If you have a dream, give it your very best. Thanks so much for watching this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye.